The following video is about community placements for student nurses, their preceptors, and our many and varied community partners. It will highlight some reflections from student nurses, community preceptors, and 2 of our community partners. Community placements for nursing students occur in the 3rd year of their 4-year baccalaureate studies and in the last terms for post-diploma and master's in nursing students. They have the opportunity to develop skills in health promotion, community-based assessment, program planning, and evaluation. Through this course, the student will demonstrate an understanding of community health and community health nursing, integrate critical social theory into nursing practice as the overarching theoretical framework, apply relevant community health concepts and frameworks, incorporating principles of diversity within the practice setting, develop skills in health promotion strategies, community-based assessment and/or program planning and evaluation as relevant to the practice setting. Work collaboratively with peers, faculty, clients, and other healthcare professionals to promote health. Utilize the reflective practice process to increase personal and professional agency. Incorporate concepts of leadership into community health nursing practice as relevant. Preceptors are experienced professionals, employees, and individuals who facilitate a nursing student's learning and contributions within a professional setting. Preceptors are paired with a student for a specific time period in order to assist and support learning experiences and orient the student to the practice placement. The School of Nursing emphasizes a triad model for students in a preceptored experience. The triad model involves the student, the preceptor, and the student's faculty advisor to communicate and work together to achieve the student's objective of meeting the course requirements as identified in the course syllabus. Your student will provide you with access to a preceptor handbook. You can access it online at. Here are some of the roles for preceptors. Give your students an opportunity to learn about your agency, the community that you work with, any policies, resources, and guidelines that will assist the student to function as part of your team. We encourage regular and frequent dialogue with your student's faculty advisor to provide updates on the progress of your student. This can be done via telephone, email, or in person. During placement, the student will be working on a learning plan, consulting with you as preceptor, and with their faculty advisor to ensure an instructive placement experience. Evaluation of the learning experience and progress is essential for both you and the student. Your feedback is important to your student throughout the placement experience, and assessment of the student's progress guides the student and faculty as they evaluate the student's successful completion of the program. Giving and receiving feedback is often challenging, so feel free to contact the faculty advisor for help, or visit our webpage for some guidelines. We are confident that all will go well with placement, but if there are any concerns about the safety of the student, we urge you to initiate contact with the faculty advisor and the student immediately. Students and preceptors have wonderful opportunities for learning about interprofessional relationships and teams in the community. Your student will also have responsibility to keep up with their coursework, and it is important for the student to have necessary resources and time to complete this work. Negotiating work schedules is essential to achieve this, and discussing mutual expectations and roles is encouraged. Some students may be anxious about the transition to a community-based practice. Here is what one student experienced.
I would say if you were like me, you were very nervous, very anxious, didn't know where to begin, but that's okay because that's all part of the experience. You just have to get really comfortable about where you are, get to know your surroundings, get to know your resources. That's something I had to learn that was great.
Collaboration between the faculty, students, and preceptor will lead to a positive experience for all.
So coming into community nursing was a little challenging for me, being in the hospital setting for 2 years. But I was placed at Bloor Collegiate High School by Bloor and Dufferin, and it was definitely a different experience coming into it. I did not know where to start. And it was just a very learning experience, getting to know the resources, trying to get to know my environment. And it's just a very good way to really know my limits and my full potential. Coming in, I didn't know where to start, but talking to my preceptor, she was very helpful of discussing the needs and what our potential projects to do.
This experienced community preceptor will tell you about some of the exciting projects she and her students have experienced.
We have the group that they're working with is medically vulnerable, but there are also employment programs, there's training programs, there's park and recreation programs that we try and link the client up to provide a holistic health. And some of the clients, the caseworkers are working with one student nurse this year who's actually working in our new program called Investing in Families, and she'll be working with soul support parents and working with those families. They're working with a community kitchen, so they're dealing with nutrition, children's health, the overall health of the family, and how that supports the family in recovery.
Community placements can occur in a variety of community settings and agencies. These may include social service agencies, family resource centers, homeless shelters and services, senior support agencies, public health, mental health agencies, community health centers, and schools. Highly successful partnership between Ryerson University and Toronto District School Board is mutually beneficial.
I think is absolutely fantastic and necessary. It feeds into some of the work that we're going to be doing around our full service schools, where we want to really promote an integrated service model to support our students, families, and communities. And I think the benefit of working with our partners is, they're the future healthcare workers of this city, of this province, and this country. So anytime we have an opportunity to work with them to benefit our students and the community at large, I think it's a great way to work together.
So the connection between nurses and educators is very strong. We want to be able to look at preventative aspects. And if I think about the neighbourhood where I currently work, diabetes has an incidence within Ontario of 6.2%. Where I work, diabetes is at 8%. And so there is a powerful need for us to be able to look at healthy eating as well as physical activity and different learnings about how to be well.
This student's project was so well received by his school placement that it will continue after he has left his placement. He worked with the Triangle program to create a health advocacy and accessibility resource guide for LGBTQ youth based on a needs assessment. He worked closely with students by engaging in discussions about issues and by being a resource for students and teachers. He also participated with the Triangle program's nutrition program through interactive programming for students. We hope we have given nursing students an opportunity to reflect on community placements and recognize the challenge of a wealth of learning opportunity. We want to acknowledge and thank our community preceptors and our partners for the opportunities they open to our students.
By the end of it may be hard, there might be tears, but by the end of it, they make us really well-rounded.